We're back.
Welcome back to Live from the Heartland on WLUW 88.7 FM. And we welcome to the microphone our ongoing studio engineer, Nolan Chin, who performs regularly in Bridgeport and other bars around his home neighborhood.
And don't you have a show on Lumpin?
Yeah, I have my own radio show as well on Lonergan Radio. It's every Monday from 2 to 4. It's usually just a free format music show. A lot of jazz. Those call letters are WLPN 105.5 FM.
Our friends, the...
Oh, the Klosky brothers and Hitting Left. They're on that station on Fridays.
One of the sweetest moments in our benefit concert back in February was when you accompanied Lucy Smith in what was a very impromptu but very moving set. And people were blown away by your musicality and your ability to just adapt in the moment. I mean, she gave you some pointers, but the two of you just really pulled off a wonderful set there. And we thought it was time to have you back on the air and show a little bit of your craft. So, what do you want to play in this Independence Day weekend first?
Thanks. Well, it's up to you guys. I can either do.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You choose.
Should we go with? I'd like to play right now maybe one of my favorite jazz standards. This one's called Willow Weep for me. It's probably my favorite version would be Billie Holiday doing it in the later part of her career, like maybe 1954 or so.
Wow.
Just a year before she passed, and probably one of my favorites. Anyways, here we go. Let me switch this mic over.
Cool.
Nope.
Live music on Live from the Heartland.
Yeah, we have to let our tubes on the amp warm up, so it's going to be maybe 10 seconds or so.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Constellation Room over on Belmont, no, on
Western
Western.
and Belmont, 3111 Northwestern.
What a wonderful space that is. I had not really seen it. I'd been in it once before, but just looked at a smaller room.
So what'd you see
It's a
from
big,
Nolan?
well, tell us about what that group was, because it was, I would have to say, from my knowledge, it's avant-garde. You were playing some out there stuff along with a couple guys on saxophone and drums. The guys on the sax were really out there.
Yeah, it's pretty out there stuff. It's what would be dubiously titled as free jazz, although what does that really mean these days? But it is pretty out there. I wouldn't invite people if they enjoyed what they just heard. I wouldn't have invited them to that gig, but it's a nice
No,
gig.
people can
No,
expand.
it was good. I enjoyed it.
I don't mean that to mean like you're not gonna enjoy this. I mean that is you want to have an old fashioned and you want to listen to some nice piano music. Right
Who would it be,
now.
like
You don't
Eric
wanna get
Dolphy?
freaked out.
Who would be some guys, older musicians that I know that play that kind of music?
It would be the legacy guys, you know, Ornette Coleman, Sun Ra. Of course, Sun Ra has a big Chicago legacy. He started the Sun Ra Orchestra here in Chicago, and
Saw him many times,
Yes.
actually. I loved seeing
I
him.
saw him once.
I'm going to focus on Nolan now. Where did you, how long have you been playing the piano?
Yeah, where'd you get those
What
chops?
age? Did you start?
maybe since I was in 7th grade, so that would put me at 14 or 13.
13 or 12.
I think, and it was mainly because I was a Zeppelin kid. I
Uh-huh.
was a Zeppelin and Floyd kid, so I played a lot of piano and I really enjoyed the Doors.
Yeah.
So I gravitated towards piano and learning organ and stuff. Yeah.
Um,
And actually,
alright.
going back to the Constellation show, we're lucky enough at that venue to have an actual Hammond B3 organ.
Yeah.
Which is why that
Wow.
gig happened, because we had an actual Hammond with Leslie and
Dang.
everything. Very hard to find in Chicago. I think the only other venue in the city that has an organ that would book something like that would be the Green Mill.
Space has had it, but I think the visiting acts brought it in.
They bring it.
Buckwheat Zydeco had a huge woofer going on up
Right,
on
right.
stage, in that kind of small space, it's phenomenal. Lifted the whole place off the ground.
So in the free jazz thing that you didn't like to use that, it's, we used to call certain kinds of music experimental. And I'm not sure that word fits either, but
They've
you
been
did,
experimenting for years now.
you did a bunch of change tempo stuff with that Willow Week
Yeah.
for Me song, which, way cool. Who do you play with when you have like I noticed you didn't even use the pedal when you played that, right? I love this. I love having this keyboard right here in front of us. Who do you play with? Michael mentioned you had some wind instruments with you at the Constellation. Do you ever play with other people regularly, or are you solo dude?
Yeah, I've got like 5 side hustles right now. It's kind of a lot. But the jazz one that Mike was just talking about is called Garrett Hatcher's Refunction. It's 2 tenor saxophones. I'm playing organ. There's a drummer, percussionist as well, and that's improvised music. There's another project I'm in called Yada Yada, which is a project started by Ayanna Woods, who is Jamila Woods' sister, and we do a lot of music together like that.
Nice.
There's another band I'm in called Parent, which we have a show coming up July 15th at
At-
Lincoln Hall.
Oh, nice.
It's a Pitchfork after show with Knee High.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
That's going to be a cool show. And then a bunch of other various jazz projects and quartets. I've got a big jazz band that I'm playing in that we're going to close out the Hyde Park Jazz Fest with this year.
Sweet.
That's September 24th.
That's.
Do you ever sing?
No.
Never. Not in the
You
shower?
heard the way he said that? No.
Maybe if I've had enough for that, but it takes a while. Yeah.
So, we're a crowded show here, but should we ask him to play
I think
something
we need to
else?
do one more.
Yeah, I think so too. What do you have in mind for us? I know you told us we get to pick, but
I'll be happy to play another jazz piece, or if you really like, I can switch it and do a classical piece.
I like it all myself. What do you like? You want to try some classical?
I'll do, yeah, sure.
It's up to you.
You know what, I'll just do another jazz thing.
I like the
All right.
jazz.
Cool.
I'll put a Fender Rhodes on it, we'll make it very PBS 1990s style.
I love it. I love it. Excellent.
Nolan Chin. You are something
Marvelous,
else.
marvelous.
We're glad, honored to have you as our engineer and as our guest.
What's the title of that one? It's all I could remember is hot sausage and mustard. What's the actual title?
That one is entitled On Green Dolphin Street.
Ah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
And I believe it's in reference to a street in New York.
That's
Yes.
right. Very cool. Well, yeah, all right, we've got our, thank you so much, Nolan,
Thank you.
for jumping off of the one board and onto your keyboard.